Right, we're looking at rearranging formulae. This is no harder really than what's on GCSE. So essentially it's just a quick reminder. So making R the subject, which means we want to end up with R equals and then all the other stuff on the other side. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to deal with a fraction actually. Now, fraction, remember a fraction is just the numerator is you're multiplying by it, the denominator you're dividing by it. Okay, so I'm going to do this a step at a time. So get rid of the 3 as the denominator, that 3 there. I'm going to multiply it. So I'm going to get 3v equals 4 pi r cubed. All right, I'm then going to divide by 4 pi, because remember it's 4 times pi times r cubed. So I'm going to get 3v over 4 pi equals r cubed. All right. And then finally, because it's only the r that's cubed, I'm going to cube root it. So I'm going to end up with r equals the cube root of 3v over 4 pi. Okay, so it's kind of like the way I sometimes say it is using BibMaths backwards, essentially. So the order of operations works backwards. Sam Dib or whatever you want, because I'm getting rid of the indices first. Okay, so there you go. If that helps, use it. If it doesn't, don't. Really not a problem, but there you go. Okay, now then, as soon as there's brackets in something, this is a kind of a formula that's been made. Well, I say a formula that's been kind of made up. I don't think it particularly means anything, but here we go. So I'm going to multiply out the brackets. Okay, so I'm going to get AX plus AB equals PX minus PQ. All right, I then, because I'm making X the subject, I want to get all the X parts on one side and everything else on the other. So anything involving X, I'm going to get on one side. So AX minus PX equals minus AB minus PQ. All right, I'm then going to factorise. As soon as the subject appears twice, I'm going to end up having to factorise. I only want the subject to appear once. A minus P equals minus AB minus PQ. Right, I'm then going to divide, because it's X times that bracket, and I'm going to get this minus PQ all over A minus P. Now, what they might do is actually, because all those minuses are a little bit messy, okay, multiply top and bottom by it, and I'll do it in a different colour actually. I'm going to multiply it by minus 1 over minus 1, which is essentially the same as multiplying by 1, isn't it? Okay, and what we're going to end up with is this X equals, all right, AB plus PQ over P minus A. Right, so there you go. Yeah, pretty straightforward. It's the skills you've learnt at GCSE, just dressed up in slightly worse looking formulae. They're not actually worse, sorry, but they look nastier.